Within the challenges and obstacles lies the potential, and it is from that potential that life is truly lived. This quote is indeed proven true by all our Lady Bazigars. Good evening, everyone, and it is a delight to have you all here for the episode 2 of our Lady Bazigar series. We can regularly find our inner strength through an uplifting story. You might find inspiration and motivation in an outstanding story. It also helps you to identify what you can and cannot accomplish. To be driven to increase our productivity every day, we need a motivating factor. The inspirational tales encourage common individuals like us to pursue great ambitions. And through this Lady Bazigar series, Project Korea offers you the chance to discover your motivating factor. Now, I would like to invite Avika to enlighten us about sarkarischool.in and Project Korea.
A very good evening to everyone. My name is Adhika, and I'm here to tell you about the Sarkari School organization and the project. Sarkari School is an initiative of the We Citizen Foundation, a think tank that provides platform to highlight the hard work of individuals in the field of school education, uplifting the future of younger generations and those who are not related to the government or any organization, but are helping the neglected strata of the society. These unique innovators redefine the field of education with a lot of self-determination and hard work, and thus deserve recognition. We at Sanskari School work on featuring unsung heroes in the society. We give a platform to those who have worked for betterment of school education with a holistic point of view. Individuals who genuinely help government schools and underprivileged kids should have a voice and proper appreciation for the dedication and hard work. Sarkari School helps them eradicate the dichotomy that exists between private and public sectors of the education. We try to make sure the neglected strata of society gets the attention that they need. We have different projects working under the Sarkari School, like Project Vedana, Project Sayog, Project Arogya, etc., all with a different aim, and one of these projects is Project Guriya. Gender inequality has been experienced all over the world for ages. Though it has decreased over time, girls still face discrimination in many forms. Men and boys are still given preferential treatment over their female counterparts. The education sector is where one can see the most amount of discrimination against women. So, our project Guriya aims at increasing the enrollment of girls in the elementary and primary education in government schools. We help the government institutions to build safe learning spaces by spreading awareness and organizing donation drives. The project envisions to reduce the poor-sex ratio in the classroom. We look forward to support little girls, the Guriyas, to follow their dreams and live content lives.
Thank you so much, Avika. Now, I would like to invite Gauri for the welcome address.
In Lady Bazigar, we held one-on-one interview with the girl icons who are doing or having completed their education despite facing a struggle financially, socially, or in health. It is indeed an inspirational series for all young, inspiring girls out there. The inspiring icons talk with us and share their passion, hobbies, success mantras, and whatnot. Today, we have with us Dapindar Kaur, ma'am, who is a state-level hockey player and district-level handball player. She also writes poems and stories to pen down imagination and creation. Currently, she is working with Chandigarh Police as student coordinator of Cyber Swachhata Mission 2.0. We are glad to have an icon like Dapinder ma'am for our part 2 episode 2. Further, I would like to hand over to Maitri.
Thank you so much, Gauri. After listening to Gauri, I'm sure all of us are excited to hear from one and only Dapinder Kaur. And first of all, how are you and how are you feeling to have this episode today with us?
Actually, I am feeling very great. First of all, I would love to thank you for giving me this opportunity कि, uh, that I can share my story, my life with other gudiyas to motivate them. And in fact, this will also motivate me if I can motivate any one of other person through my words. And yeah, I am feeling very good.
We would love to hear your story, your journey, your hobbies, and what are your future plans. So सबसे पहले तो आप बचपन आपका कैसा रहा? Like were you studious या फिर जैसे मूवीज में देखते हैं वो strict discipline sports वाले बच्चे, like we saw many sports biopics recently, or you were just like normal us like us fun loving kid?
Uh, if I talk about my childhood, then I was, yes, very studious, and I used to participate in all the activities. Like, but I was unaware about competition. I never thought about that I have to compete. I just go and participate and come back and learn, and also try to learn different things. And first, the very important thing is confidence. So I gained that through many activities, like through sports. I gained team spirit, I gained unity, and these were, I think, these things that I learned will also play a very important role in my future. And if I talk about studies, then I was from those students who were favorite of teachers.
Oh,
So I was very studious.
that's really nice. And all of us are really excited to know about like synopsis of your journey. कैसा रहा बचपन से अब तक? Like how did your sports journey start? Especially, I read about कि you're in hockey and handball. You're state level hockey player and a district level handball player. That's really impressive. And how do you manage both of these simultaneously?
So, if I start from the very starting, from the nursery class, then I would say then, first of all, my grandparents didn't want me to study in school. They want me to study in the in school which is in our village. But this education there wasn't so good. So my father didn't want me to study there. So after fighting a lot, I can say for my study, my father got me admitted in a Kal Academy, which is way better than the school which is in my village. So, first of all, this is the thing which has played a great role in my life. And after that, the journey starts of my school. Then just the year passed, I got into eighth class. Then there my sports journey start. I didn't know that how what is hockey and how to play or anything. I just joined it out of curiosity. So after joining it, I learned a lot about it. I then I explore. I came to know that I am very good at sports. So I just do hard work, and that was the journey about hockey, which started in eighth class. And after that, after completing my 10th, I went to hostel. So in my hostel, there was not hockey wasn't there, so I had to choose handball. But I think my I can say I got opportunity through my teachers to play that game at district level, which is I think a very good thing for me.
So
But this
right now
wasn't
you're
easy.
continuing both.
No, right now I'm just focusing on my future goals. Like I am exploring, I am doing my poetries, I am writing them, I want to do open mics now, and yeah, I want to write and motivate others.
That's so nice. And I also read you are pursuing political science as majors, right?
Yes.
So how did that interest grew, like after 12th? Because 12th we have many subjects and then we got to choose one.
Yes. So
So
I
how did,
think yeah, I always wanted to be in civil services. So I think for that thing, political science has always played a great role in. Like my father is also in politics, so I think maybe that's the reason. I want to be a political science student. So, yeah.
Uh, Political science is indeed an interesting subject. I'm myself a third year political science student. But yes, I'll wish you luck for the civil services. And lastly, yeah, we would also like to know about like what kept you going. Like you were balancing your academics with your sports, right? And you
Yeah.
told me like how you went to hostel at such a young age, like in a school, and like you fighted with your father to to get admitted into some school. So what served as a motivation driving force? Like there's something behind everything, right? And who
Yeah.
were your support pillars throughout your journey till date?
I will say my pillar is always my mother. She had always supported me, whether uh, whether what the situation is, she is always there for me. And she always used to say that we should keep patience in ourselves because patience is the key to success. So I think patience is one thing that kept me going, and the words of my mother that are always motivating for me.
That's really lovely. Mothers are such God gifts. And
Yeah.
indeed, patience is a virtue and you need to keep going with consistency. Yeah, that's so true. And do you think that if you were a guy, if you were a boy, then were your choices or your career choices would have been different? Like you said, you are not going to pursue sports further, like you're preparing for competitive exams.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I think sports was the thing that was just I can say that was one thing about which I was just curious. I think that's not my passion. That was just to enjoy my school life. So my passion is poetry. My passion is to study. So I don't think so that being a guy would have changed my life.
And were there any challenges during your sports journey or your like normal your studies or you faced?
The challenges were, I think, when I was in school, then I wasn't aware about that. Okay, this is called bullying. So the challenge was obviously bullying. I faced a lot it in fifth class and in my eighth standard. And after 10th, I came to know, oh, I was the victim of bullying. So at that time other students were used to they were used to force me or used to blackmail me, I can say. So I used to cry at my home and used to say to myself that no, tomorrow I will stand up for myself and I will speak against them, but that day had never come. So that was the major challenge, I think. But because of that thing, I had gained one thing, that I become more reserved, and I think that's the quality which we need today, to reserve your feelings and uh, to express at the right time. So this was the, I can say, what happens is always for good.
Exactly. Whatever happens is always for good. And were you able to overcome that bullying, or did you ever try to, answer those kids back if you know them, like if you're in touch with them?
Yeah, after eighth, they become my very good friends. So,
Oh, wow.
so don't know, but maybe at that time they were also not aware that yeah,
Yeah.
they are doing bullying. So I think that's the reason.
And you talked about poetry, and you talked about your passion is poetry and open mics and stuff. How did you end up being in poetry? You know, when this interest grew, when did you start?
Same. I also started poetry in eighth class, and at that time I used to write quotes, poems for my mother or for my school. So from little topics I grew up them from to women's, to my own life, to other big topics. So I can say my journey starts from eighth, but after coming to college, I started taking it seriously because of my one friend, and she also don't know that she has played a major role in my life for that one particular thing. So she was the one to, after seeing her, I started taking my poetry seriously, that I should work on my words. If I had some quality or some talent, then I should work on it and I should try to create something big from it. So that's the whole story behind it.
Do you post your poetry, on some blogs, pod.com or something like Instagram or any social media account?
Yeah, I post them on Instagram. I make videos, and I write poetries in three languages, in my regional language Punjabi, and Hindi and English. So I post them on Instagram. I love expressing my words and sharing them, and I love when people like them and they say, yeah, you had written very good. So I think, so they always motivate me.
Yeah, poetries are for sharing, and we would love to hear one of your poetry if you have one right now. If you'd like to share with us.
Yeah, sure, I will. I am sharing it. I have to find the one.
Yeah, take your time if it's available. We would love to hear it from you, like live.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, it is in Hindi. So I had
Yeah,
written
we
it
don't.
when,
Please go ahead.
yeah. So it's in Hindi. I wrote it when I was feeling that nothing is permanent in life and time vanishes everything. So it is कि क्या पता कब कैसे कल क्या होना है, क्या पता कब आखिरी बार माँ की गोदी में सोना है, क्या पता कब दोबारा फिर किसी से बात हो, क्या पता कब किसके साथ आखिरी मुलाकात हो, क्या पता कब दुनिया से चले जाएं, क्या पता एक बार घर से गए.
That's really beautiful. And
Thank
actually,
you.
हमें नहीं पता होता what's happening to us the next moment. That's why we say just live in the moment.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah. So, who are your favorite poets? Like, do you follow anyone? Do you like to read about, other poetries and stuff?
Yeah, I like to read poetries, but I can say I learn things from listening them. I am not a kind of person who loves reading, though I am building that habit of reading books and reading poetries. But I grab everything when I listen them. So I listen many poets on Instagram also, and my favorite poet I can say is Punjabi poet. His name is Surjit Patar sir, and he is a very great poet. His poetries are great.
I would love to read about him too. So,
Yeah,
in the chat box, Gauri is asking now that you're doing your internship with Chandigarh Police, how do you balance it with giving time for sports or even writing stories or poems or your academics?
I think balance is the key. So when I was doing internship, then I had to give 6 to 7 hours in a week to that internship. But I can say we have a lot of time if we manage. That so through that thing, I think I was able to balance everything. And now I had completed my internship, and I am just working as a student coordinator for a new batch. So that has also given me I can say it has also given me an opportunity to lead others. So this will also help me in gaining more skills in future. And if I talk about my poetries, then I can say poetries are something which about which uh, uh, about which I can say that why when I write poetries, then I don't think that what I have to write. I just took a pen or just my phone, and I just write the words. So I can say poetry is something which is very easy till now, but I think what is difficult is to write poetry with words which other person can. So just balance is the key.
It's too modest for you to say, and we are so, it's difficult for us to even rhyme for two, three lines. You are writing the whole poetry. So
But you
I'm
must
also
be excellent in some other work.
uh, we are exploring. Well, so I would also like to know about your internship and how do you get through, because government internships are rarely quite a big task to get one.
I get this internship from my college only. So big thank to my college. So yeah,
Okay, so through college placement cell.
yeah.
That's really nice. Would you like to share about what were your work in internship and so?
Yes. So basically, this internship was about cyber swachhta.
Oh,
Means we have to aware people, make people aware about cyber crime, cyber bullying, and other crimes like phishing, that emails, scams, KYP, and everything bank scams. So this was about making people aware. So the work that we have done was making posters, doing rallies, and contacting the victims who had complained in cyber cell about what scams had happened with them. So this was all thing, and we also get a chance to uh, make children aware, students of sarkari school and students of other private schools in Chandigarh. We interacted with them and make them aware through PPTs, giving them one-on-one sessions. So this was the work which we have done.
that's really nice because awareness is the key, and cyber crime or cyber bullying is one thing that we haven't touched. As it's
Yes.
not a topic that we usually discuss at our homes or in schools. Even it's not touched
Yeah.
by teachers. It's not taught anywhere. So that's really nice. And
Yeah.
also, Avika, are there any qualities that sports taught you that everyone should have, must have, like?
Yes. I The qualities are unity and team spirit, and I will also say patience, that when you lose one match, that doesn't mean that all game is lost. So I can say, you fail, but it doesn't mean that you will never get success in future.
Exactly. The more the failures, the greater maybe the success. And also, you have to rise up after every fall. That's really nice. And we would also like to know about, have you watched any of the episode of our Lady Bazigar series before? How do you get to know about this and what do you perceive of our series?
Yes, I had watched the recent episode, which was uh, yeah, which was with two girls. I forgot their name. So one was from Assam, and second was doing her own startup. So I watched that episode, and I also participated in Vedana Project Veda poetry competition.
Oh,
So
that's
after
really
that,
nice.
I was continuously following Sarkari school. So from there, I got to know about Lady Bazigar series.
That's really nice. Project Vedna is indeed a progressive step of our
Yeah.
Sarkari school. Yeah. And we would also like to know about a turning point. Do you have a turning point in your journey right from the childhood? Like it was an awakening moment for you, or something which has changed your perspective towards how you see others or how you see your life ahead?
Yeah, I can say turning point was going to hostel. So there I got to know about that. Yeah, there are different type of people. Before that, I was just aware that yes, world is like this. World is a happy place. There is no bad and good. Everyone is good. But after going there, I came to know that no, real world is something else from my imagination. So that was the something which I learned there, and I learned many other qualities also, like how to open up with new people, how to live alone if no one is for you, standing for you. So that was the major point which has given me a strength and also eradicate my weaknesses.
That's really nice. So you have lived in hostel for almost like 2 years plus, like 11th and 12th or something.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really nice. And I know, I'm sure that many of our girls watching this today would be going to hostel, or they might be in their college or schools. what would the tips you would like to give them? How to overcome the homesickness they feel when they go out of your home and they miss, especially their mothers and like the home cooked food. I do.
Yes, yes. I can say that for achieving something, you have to lose something. So you will feel homesickness at hostel, but you should just open up yourself with your friends, because after gaining a good company around you, you will not feel that you are alone or you feel bored or something, because when you are alone, then only you feel homesick about home. You think about your home, you think about your mother. But when you are around good people with whom you enjoy, then the only one thing is enjoyment and study, and you learn that how to enjoy and also how to study together. And you will get a chance to talk to your parents once or twice a month. So I think you will learn that you always, your parents will also be not there for you. So this will also help you in gaining some more skills.
Yeah, exactly. We become more independent, we become more mature. We come
Yes.
out of that shell, actually. So Prerna has asked that, as you told about your father, that he taught with that he fought with your grandparents for your studies. Please describe your relation with him.
Yeah. So my relation with my father is very special, I can say. Though I am very close to my mother. So I can say my father is uh, one person plays a big role in my life in motivating me, and he always, even today also, if I call him, then one thing he always says, I'm just waiting for the day when you will come with I can say a big rank at home, or you will come and say that, yeah, Papa, you chill, I will do everything. So he is like, you just have to study. I am there for you. You have to worry about nothing about your I can say home, or about any other thing. About, you don't need to take stress. I am there for you for doing everything. The one thing you have to do is just your study. So he is the one, and he also keep love to know about my poetries, that if I had write any new poetry in a week. So he always asked me that how many poetries you have written, how was your exams, how was your test going on. So he's one who's always keep the track of my activities that I am doing.
That's really beautiful. And it happens. We are more close with our mothers because maybe our fathers are less on expressive side. I have observed that. But they are always present. They are more supportive and they are always there for us. So Avika has are there any qualities that sports taught you and that everyone should have, that we already took up this question, and what would you say to girls or other young boys and girls who are being bullied at school?
I would love to say that you should speak up for yourself. The one thing that I was unable to do, I think you shouldn't make that mistake. You should stand up for yourself. And if you can't do more, then just keep, just I can say, just stay away from those persons who are bullying you, or who are just creating a bad vibe around. Just ignore them, just focus on yourself and stand up for yourself where you are right, and don't worry about anything. Everything will be fine.
Yeah, standing up for yourself always and accepting who you are and not listening to their perspective. That's really good. So Prerna has asked, what will you say to the girls who don't get supported by their families for education but want to pursue their higher studies?
I can say that if you truly want to study, then you should convince your parents. And I think that parents are the only support system, and they will surely understand you, because parents always want to see their child happy. And if you will talk to them, then they will surely understand you, because I think the one thing that create a gap between parent and child is expressing their feelings. So you should just Go and talk to your parents that what you want from them, and they will surely get it to
That's really nice. What would you like to comment on the gender biasness or the various gender biases that are prevalent in our society?
you. I think have we are the only one who are creating them and who will eradicate them. So just work on yourself and your perspective, then you will be able to create a group of people around you who will be of same thinking, and who will think like you, who will express their views like you, and that's the where the difference comes. Because quote is coming to my mind is that uh, एक एक के करने से फर्क पड़ता है, so that one is very important.
Exactly. Boon boon se hi sagar banta hai, and with small steps we are furthering towards a greater change. And
Yes,
obviously we as women we need to stand up against patriarchy. We have to start right from our homes.
yes,
We have seen that our mothers or our grandmothers have you know were subservient, they didn't stand up much, but I guess it's time for us to do that. We should not take the patriarchy as a legacy or like accept the way it is.
yes.
Have you ever felt being a girl that this challenge has come forward to you because you are a girl, or weren't you felt a lack of support some point of time?
I think the every girl has faced this challenge of roaming around freely. So this is the major challenge that we always feel that we can't roam around like boys, like they are doing. Like we can't make plans in I can say in 1 second. We have to think that okay, we have to go there. What is the environment around? How I will interact there, and what kind of people will come there. So these are things that we have to think beforehand, before going to any place. So I can say this is the major challenge which every girl faces, and so this needs to be solved.
I agree. And being a girl, I can understand how parents are protective. And sometimes that's why they put us so many restrictions, and then we feel that, okay, we don't have any freedom, but they are just being on the protective side. Yeah, that's really nice. Last question. What will you say about Lazy Lady Bazigar? And any key takeaway for all the young aspiring girls watching this episode today?
I would say that Lady Bazigar, this series is doing great, and even I when I watched that last episode, I was also like, yes, I am not alone who is facing every problem. Everyone has their own challenges in their life, and but the thing is that matters is how you overcome them. So you will face challenges, you will face difficulties, but you have to keep your pace and you have to overcome, because if you are not doing it, then no one else is doing it for you. And even I can say that they दुनिया में कोई भी ऐसी सक्सेस नहीं है जो किसी और को ना मिली हो, और दुनिया में ऐसी कोई भी मुश्किल नहीं है जो किसी ने ना झेली हो. So this is one thing you have to understand. So yeah.
This was really nice, and we need to, get a hang of it that exactly you can do anything and everything, and all of us face different difficulties at any point of time, and we have to, get over them and, just keep going whatever our goal is. Thank you
Yeah,
so much, Dapinder. It was awe-inspiring to hear from you. And we wish you good luck for your future endeavors. It's a long journey ahead, Abito, and I hope with God's grace this series continue and so episode come and you come again with more of your future achievements and share more of your wisdom you have gathered at that point of time. So
I'm
as we
also very
come,
thankful. Yeah, I would also say thanks to you, and waiting for more episodes of Lady Bazigar.
thank you so much. So, as we come to the end of this lovely evening, prior to winding up, it's my privilege to deliver the vote of thanks on the behalf of the organizing committee. To Miss Dapindar Kaur, present here, who despite her busy schedule have spared time for us today. Such stories inspire ordinary girls to achieve extraordinary goals. I'm pleased to give vote of thanks to one of our girl icon. You're indeed an inspiration for all of us. Finally, I would like to thank each and everyone from the team, including Abhishek Ranjan sir, team leads, and volunteers for organizing the event. And kudos to all of us for successfully accomplishing such a wonderful event. Thank you so much and have a great day ahead. Thank you, Dapinder.
Thank you. Have a great day.